Yes, welcome to Your Music Live. Let's kick us off with a bit of Von Birch.
Sunshine after the rain, laughter after the pain. When you're away, you wanna go home. I'm like the dog without a bone. The wave of heat will follow the cold. Who am to know this is what I've been told? People like me are made to move around, to be left alone sometimes in the middle of the crowd. Run away, get away, lock your door. Run away, get away, throw away the key. Run away, get away. I'm getting closer, honey, I'm really close. I can feel your breath. My life started in a place.
That's the way we do things around here on Your Music Live. That is, of course, Von Birch, which is our friend Leif Bjork. Am I getting better at pronouncing your name, my friend? Some old school rock with a modern twist, I think. I do love what Leif puts out there because, yeah, it has a really good blend of old and new. We've got that old sort of 80s driving song rock vibe, but then you've just got that European influence coming in there, and then for some reason it just sounds like some modern rock as well. So that is going to kick us off here today. How are you? Are you doing well? This is Your Music Live, and this week we are brought to you by DistroKid. Yeah, DistroKid have come on board and are sponsoring Your Music Live, which is super awesome of them. I've been using DistroKid for many years, for more than 4 years, and they've been kind enough to sponsor various videos here on the channel for the last few years. And I just thought that Your Music Live is a great fit for DistroKid. If you are releasing your own music, you're an independent artist, and you want to release music, DistroKid can hook you up for $19.99 per year. You can release an unlimited number of songs. It is a very cool service, and you can get yourself out there onto your Spotifys, your Apple Musics, your iTunes, and everything else. Welcome everyone to the show. I hope you are doing well. As we said, that was Von Birch with I Gotta Move, and that and all of the other all of the other songs that we play here on the show will be linked down in the description. So if you want to go back and listen to the whole track, and I strongly suggest you do because it's very cool, then you can go ahead and do that as I quickly scramble to actually put the song down there. Realized I hadn't done that yet. All right, we got more than 30, maybe 40. We got more than 30 songs to get through today. And when I say get through, I make it sound bad. This is actually my favorite time of the week. I love this show, and we've got some very, very cool things to share with you today. Let's kick into our next tune. While we're over here on SoundCloud, we have another tune here from another Your Music Live regular. He's a patron of the channel. He's one of the most active community members here on Studio Live today. I am, of course, referring to Bubba, and he's shared a tune with me. He said, it's my attempt at Songtember. I lost steam after spending half the month in hospital, so Bubba had some issues back then. Still developable, but sounds really well. Developable, I love that sound. Very, very cool. The music is... for music's sake, which allows me to far broader experimentation, and suggestions and direction and amendments are welcome. So let's, without further ado, let's jump in and take a listen to this one. This is the Songtember tune from Bubba. We're going to listen to it live here on Your Music Live. I sensed a guitar solo, but I gave you half a solo, Bubba. Very cool. Yeah, some very sweet guitars there. A lot of folks digging that guitar tone. And I think a while ago, Bubba, you sent me a bunch of attempts of something, and you're like, which tone's better? And I listened to them, like, they're all awesome. But yeah, I picked one out, and I'm not sure you can give folks a little bit more detail about that one. But yeah, it was very, very cool. What a cool jam. What's like that again? That's woken us up here. We've had Leif, and I apologize, Leif, that like, because I just played into you and then we just jumped in and we went. We didn't have a chance to really give a whole lot of feedback, but that's both the blessing and the curse of being the lead in song. Is that tends to be what happened. And Gary Hub says, "Nice, Bubba, noisy telly." Yeah, we're gonna have to. A lot of people asking Bubba a lot of questions. And SM Borthwick says, "I saw the jump in the sound wave and was waiting for it to burst to life. Very impressive." Absolutely. A bit classical, a bit bolero, a bit blues, and a lot awesome. See, you folks are better wordsmiths than I am. If it's your first time here, you might be wondering, what's going on here? What's this show all about? How do I get involved? So this is Your Music Live. We do this every week for about 2 hours. So yeah, we'll be settling in here and listening to some music. If you want to submit your song, it couldn't be easier. There is some instructions, in fact, down in the description or pinned in the comment up the top there. You just need to email me, pete@studiolivetoday.com with YML in the subject. And please give me 1 or 2 sentences like Bubba did there. Let me know a bit about the song, a little bit about how you created it, what it's about. That just helps me and gives me something to say before I hit play. That rhymes, and you know that rhymes. And thank you to all the folks who are here live. It is good to have you along here on YouTube and Facebook. And please get involved, give feedback to all the folks that you hear with sharing their music today, because it's a very cool opportunity, but it can also be pretty nerve-wracking, sharing your tunes, sharing your music, putting yourself out there for others to listen to. Alrighty, let's take a listen to someone who I haven't played before, and this is from Simon. Says, "Hi Pete, I've been playing in bands since 1987. I'm 51 years young now." I added that bit, and still playing. Been watching your streams, and this is what I've come up with. All the best, mate. And this is from Sly Dog. Maybe we have heard from Sly Dog before. I don't recall. I can't quite remember because we play so many songs every week here on the show. But we will bring this one on up and make sure that YouTube doesn't get overzealous and start playing it before we actually hit the button, which it has, because it always does. Every week the same, I know. All right, let's turn this one up. We'll drop this one in here. So this is from Sly Dog, and this is called Tune In and Turn On. And you're going to listen to it live on Your Music Live. Very nicely done. I do like that lo-fi kind of vocal tone that you had in the background there. Yeah, a lot of folks are saying it sounds like The Cure. Absolutely, we've got the 80s synth, 80s goth rock sound. Yeah, exactly. The chorus bass. You've got the radio style vocals in there, and yeah, I'm not sure either if that's a sample of dialogue or did you narrate it yourself. But either way, definitely very cool. Oh, is it a Charlie Chaplin speech? Charlie Chaplin. There you go. Chelsea's all over it. Yeah, loving the drums, the hats. It's cool. And it is, there you go. It's a Chaplin quote. So cool. And love the Cure callback. Yeah, sounding good. Great everything. There you go. Deep Gravity's got us covered. Great everything. Even visualization, like giving something interesting to watch while we listen as well. Brian Spalding, welcome to the show. I missed you. But Michael, Zealand Band, hello, a B-movie soundtrack. There you go. But Brian says, this is cool. I'm thinking it would make a great documentary intro. Yeah, it's definitely got a bit of that doco kind of vibe, doesn't it? For sure. Way cool. Loved the layering. Yeah, and nice video. It had the complete package. And again, as I mentioned, if you do want to listen to the whole song, the song and nothing but the song, you can check that out down below as well after the show. Because we've got too much good music for you to leave us now. Don't leave now. Wait till the end of the show. Then you can jump to the description. Anything that you dug, you can go back and re-dig and listen to again. Now, usually I wait a little bit too long for this part of the show, but in case you're not already woken up, we're going to wake you up in a big bad way here because there's one particular artist that we play not every week, but this artist is so prolific that they've usually got something new to share with us. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Get those emojis ready. It's time to slide on down to the South Pole or the North Pole. Take your pick. You got it. It is QB time. Let's listen to the Penguins' latest here. This is called New Road here on Your Music Live. Penguin in the house. Again, if you weren't awake and you weren't ready to listen to some more tunes whenever QB comes to town, yeah, you're going to be ready now. That's my wake up juice. Because I do this show early in the morning here in Australia. It is only 6:45 a.m. Yeah, whenever I need a wake up call, throw on some QB. And I'm awake instantly. So yeah, that was QB did mention in their email. I still say there because I'm unsure of the gender of the Penguin. But yeah, QB mentioned that I made a song in my usual style with a chiptune lead. That's about it. And I think you'll agree that it was a lot of fun. Yeah, the piano melody was nice. QB uses some very cool like pentatonic scales in the melodies. Always sounds good. Always fun. Fast and furious, as SM Borthwick says. Agree. super fast, too furious? No, no such thing. No such thing as too fast and too furious. I hope you are doing well. Once again, welcome to the show. If it's your first time here and you don't know who I am, my name is Pete. Some do say I look a bit like Triple H. Who said that? Someone in the chat. Yeah, I actually posted on Instagram once a picture of me and Triple H, and I'm just like separated at birth, perhaps. Yeah, not quite. I think we all know who would win in a fight there. It would be me. I would fight dirty. I would kick him in the... Anyway, let's continue on and find another tune. And I think we're going to go with this. I feel like a radio DJ back when radio DJs could actually choose the songs that they play and they didn't just have a digital playlist handed to them. So I'm going to play this tune. So our buddy Stu Cash has sent me an email. I haven't even read this. It only just came in. It says, I hope you're good. Still releasing... since releasing our first album, we've been overwhelmed by the feedback and we've been currently working on hard on the promo to see where we can get it. We're now back on the bus creating new material. We've got 4 tracks on the go at the moment. Jeez. And this is the first one that we've finished. It may make the second album. It may not. Depends how it goes down. This one is about keeping the faith. Keeping the faith is called Always Find a Way. So if you don't know the Indigo Sunsets, it is Stu, it is Andy. They produce some kick-ass music. How would you describe it? Alt rock, bit of 90s Brit rock pop vibe. It's very cool. Their debut album, or the album that they released a few weeks ago now, boys, very, very cool. You need to check it out. But we've got brand new Indigo Sunsets. Is this the... I won't say it's the world premiere, but it's probably the first show that it's been played on. Yeah, I'm sure you've shared it around. But let's just assume that it's a world premiere. I'm going to claim it. But let's take a listen to this one. It is the Indigo Sunsets with Always Find a Way here on your Music Live.
Get your head out of your hands. It's gonna be okay. That's what they'll say. That's what they'll say. Get your head out of the sand and face up to your fears. They'll disappear. They'll disappear. 'Cause I know you'll always find a way. Get your head out of the clouds and bring it, come what may. You'll be a star. You'll be a star. 'Cause I know you'll always find a way. 'Cause I know you'll always find a way.
I even let you have a solo. So don't say I don't ever do nothing for you, because that would be terrible grammar, and I know you guys don't speak that way. There you go. Brand new Indigo Sunsets. Music to dance to, as the amateurs say there. Yeah, like the lead guitar, Andy. We're assuming it's Andy on lead. It's always Andy on lead. It's Andy's lead guitar solos that I normally turn down. Yeah, it's a very cool, great track. Oh, I keep missing. There's too many comments coming in that every time I click, it's already scrolled to a different comment. So that's a good thing. Historic day here on YML. Absolutely. Yeah, music is always top shelf. Agree. And solo for the win. It actually got played. We played the solo. Very, very cool, gentlemen. And thank you again for sharing. Now, a quick mention here of, again, our sponsors, DistroKid here today. If you're not familiar with DistroKid, it is the way to release your music online. As I mentioned up at the front of the show, for $19.99 per year, you can release an unlimited amount of music. And each week on the show, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you one of the cool features of DistroKid just for 1 minute, and then promise we're straight back to the music. But if, like Stu and Andy, who released their album through DistroKid, if you want to release music through DistroKid, it's super simple. All you need to do is jump on over to distrokid.com, and the upload form is actually ridiculously easy. If you've never uploaded before, all you need to do is choose all the stores that you want to upload to. You say, is it a single? Is it an album? You put your artist name in there. You can see I'm already set up here on Spotify and Apple Music. If you have the Musician Plus account, you can set a pre-sale and a release date, which is super cool, and you can even name your record label. So have you ever wanted to own your own record label? Yeah, I haven't, but you can call yourself whatever you want. Throw your album artwork in there, select your genre and your title, upload your file, and then hit the button. You can even decide your track price if you're on the Plus plan, and then that's it. So all you need to do is hit the done button. It uploads your song, and the thing about DistroKid is it's super quick. So within about, 3 days, usually 3 to 7 days, your song will be out there. Now, the first time you release it may take a little longer because it's got to get you into the Spotify artist, it's got to get you into the Apple Store, but really it is a great way to get your music out there and released. So if you're an independent artist, and as Jade said, I swear DistroKid is a sponsor for this show, is a match made in heaven. I believe so. And if you've watched this show for long enough, and if you're new to the show, I don't promote stuff I don't believe in. And I've been using DistroKid for a long time, a lot longer than they've been kind enough to sponsor. So thank you to DistroKid, and let's get back to the music, shall we? Let's find our next track that we're going to play here. And it's our friend Russ. So many of you will know Russ. Again, he's been around the community for a while and has already shared a few songs in the past. So we're going to listen to another Russ tune here. And Russ says about this one, actually, I'll bring up the track, I'll bring up the background, because what he says about it is relevant to the actual picture. So we'll bring this one up, and Russ says the following. The photo in this track is the famous black Strat that was owned by David Gilmour before he sold it at auction at Christie's in New York for just under $4 million. The track was written for Spider-Recamus, a sound developer, for iOS apps using some sounds he makes. The intro is about 1 minute long, so you may want to jog it on 30 seconds. It's up to you. Thanks, wishing you and your family well. And likewise to you, Russ. This is Russ 8889, which, as we worked out one other time, is that's when he started creating music. It was 88, 89. Where what was I doing then? I was probably playing very bad viola in primary school. Let's jump in here. We'll play it from the start. We'll hear the intro and we'll give this one a decent spin while I do some admin in the background. Here is Russ with Spider Rise here on Your Music Live. Oh, I fear I'm turning down what sounds like it's going to be a cool change up. Yeah, look, I think the comments say it all. Everyone digging that beat there, Rust. Yeah, just really nice. And again, from what Benny says here, lovely groove and the mix is so clear and open sounding. Exactly. I know I've said this before. I'll continue saying it because it's facts. You can tell when a mix has a really good balance of bass, mids, and trebles. Because remember, mixing is just about balancing your volumes. And what Russ has done here has done exactly that. He's not only balanced his volumes and balanced the different things, different components, but the different styles that are coming in there. Is everything. It's just had just the right amount of variety. Not so much that it's full on, that it's overwhelming, but not so sparse and minimal that you're missing parts and your brain's going, hey, something's missing here. So yeah, spot on the money there. As Dr. Zorda says, that's a hit. Agree. Love it. Yeah, a lot going on here. Hard to stay in my seat, right? Exactly. How do you think I feel, Bubba? I got to sit here. That's why I rock out. I know I get grief for my head bobbing and my throwing the horns, but it's all I can really do. If I was dancing around the room in my shorts, you wouldn't be able to hear me on the mic, and that wouldn't be so good. Or maybe it would, depending on your point of view. Maybe it would be good. Once again, that is linked down below. So if you do want to go and listen to the whole tune, and as always, I do highly recommend you do that. You can jump on down and do that. Righty dokie, we got some catching up to do because some folks have shared some stuff in the past, and we're going to go back and play it. So I'm going to grab this one here. I've got a couple of songs from this particular artist. So I will grab this one. This is our buddy Michael Ferreira, and he had shared a couple of tunes. And apologies, Michael, we were about to get to there, and you sent me a second one. I'm going to play the second one because you said it's an instrumental I created for Joey Sturgis Tones. The title refers to the ideological divisions that may be getting out of hand. I hear that. So let's come in here. This is called The Dangers of Tribalism, a 7-string guitar playthrough, and this is Goon Galaxy. There you go. I was trying to remember the name of the artist. It is Goon Galaxy. So we're going to bring this one up. I think this might be the first time we've played you. Correct me if I'm wrong here, Michael, but we're going to turn it up. Let's listen to some 7-string guitar goodness, shall we? The Dangers of Tribalism, Goon Galaxy, here on Your Music Live. Very nicely done, my friend. I got a lot of respect for some of those kind of syncopated rhythms and unique time signatures and structures that you've got going on there. And I've never played, hands up who's never played a 7-string. I've been playing guitar on and off for 40-ish years, never picked up and played a 7-string. Am I missing out? 7-string players, let me know. Do I need to play a 7-string? It's probably because I'm a terrible lead player and I've never played any lead that, I've never actually played a 7-string. Anyway, very jazzy, love the guitar work, nice change up too, yes, very nice. Playing with time, I know, the playing with time, I get confused trying to do that, Bubba. I can't do that. Jade loves her 7-string, was waiting for the sweep picking to start. Yeah, and I love the hammer-ons there with the other hand. Like, again, that's next next level stuff that I can't do. Andy Goldsby never played one too. Yeah, Kim never played a 7-string. I don't know. I just have never picked one up. And the other thing, I didn't mention this because I wanted to make sure that we gave Goon Galaxy the kudos that they deserved. But here in Australia, goon is the slang term for wine in a box. So the bag, the bag that comes in a box of wine, we call that a goon bag. So if you're being really classy on a Saturday night, you'd be like, "Oh, you want to go down to the bottle-o? We'll get us a case, a goon, and we'll go and sit in the park and drink some goon." Yeah, that's what you do. So apologies that all through that I'm just thinking I can't say it. I can't say that you're cheap box wine. But that music is much better than cheap box wine. I can assure you of that. Let's continue on. But thank you, Michael, and glad that we got to spin your track here on Your Music Live. Speaking of spinning tracks on Your Music Live, I reckon I've seen our friends, the amateurs, are in here. I believe so. We've got. This is the other tune. So a couple of weeks back, we played a tune, which I think was also a collaboration with Ian Luckett. We've got one now called Every Teardrop Has a Home. Let's bring this one up here. This is the amateurs featuring Ian Luckett. And if you're in here in the chat, you can drop in the comments here and let us know any additional info we may need to know about this tune. But we're just going to bring it on up here. As usual, it's going to start playing before I press play because YouTube does that. It just likes to keep me on my toes. We will jump on over here. This is Every Teardrop Has a Home. The amateurs featuring Ian Luckett. We're going to listen to it live on Your Music Live.
Time is out on loan. You know there's nothing left to fear when I got you lying here, 'cause every teardrop has a home. Well, I'm a man of simple plans, and time is running through my hands. Well, I don't know what's wrong or right. Won't you stay with me tonight? 'Cause every teardrop has a home. Yes, it does. Baby, call me on the phone, 'cause every teardrop has a home. Well, every teardrop has a home. Well, not one soul must be alone.
There you go. The amateurs with Ian Luckett. Every teardrop has a home. Bopping. I know, you can't help but just nod along. I love a head nodder. A good head nodder always goes down well, doesn't it? Like in the groove, the imagery complements the track nicely. Yeah, it's got a bit of a Guns N' Roses vibe, doesn't it? Yeah, when Gunners do their quieter, sort of more ballady stuff. Yeah, definitely had a little bit of that. Lead guitar tone was very nice, well written, well put together. Liking this one. Yes, well done to the amateurs. The amateurs are stepping up. You need to change your names to the semi-pros. Is that the next one up from amateurs? And then you can be the pros, and then you can be the legends, and then you can get too big for your boots and take too many drugs. And no, don't do that. Don't go down that professional music path. Just the bit where you create epic music. The other stuff you can leave behind. Alrighty. Thank you for sharing once again. As is always the case, the entire playlist that we're going through here today is going to be linked in the description. I update it as we play it, so you can go back and listen to every song that we play again in order. So thank you. Thank you again, everyone, for being here, and thank you to DistroKid for sponsoring today's stream. We have an artist that I actually really dig up next. It is Grove GT Teague. And we played a tune from his Quincy Phones album. Now, sometimes, you can't judge a book by its cover and you can't judge something by its name. But as soon as I saw that the album was called The Adventures of Quincy Phones, I just knew that I was going to dig it, and I did. And ever since then, I've been in touch with Grove, and he even bought a hoodie for himself and for his wife, and he sent me a pic during the week. And look, it's not payola. I'm playing his music anyway, but it's very, very cool. I love it when folks not only support the channel by buying the merch, but then they send me a pic of them in the merch. It's super cool. My friend Capsalam sent me a photo of her wearing the t-shirt, and Grove sent me a photo of his wife in the hoodie, which looks good. He said he's in the Lakes District in the Midwest, so it would be very much hoodie weather right now, I'd imagine, for many folks in many parts of the US and Canada and the UK and pretty much everywhere but here, where it is 41 degrees Celsius today, which is, if you wanted to convert that to Fahrenheit, that is bloody hot. All right. Let's jump in and play this tune. This is John L. Now, Quincy... our friend Grove here says, I hope all is well. This tune is called John L., which is dedicated to the late John Lewis, a true Superman. The tune is meant to be a progressing, funky march. Be careful and warn your listeners, there's some pretty funky bass on this track. All right, funky bass warning. You have been warned. If you are susceptible, if you're sensitive to funky bass, you may want to turn it down. But if you're like me, you love some funky bass, turn this one up. Grove here with John L. Quincy Phones on Your Music Live.
You must find a way to get in the way. You must find a way to get in trouble. Good trouble, necessary trouble.
That's the sort of funk that you just don't want to stop listening to. But if you want to hear the whole tune, and if you want to check it out over on Bandcamp, as you can see, you can buy the track, you can stream it, you can play it, you can love it. Again, like I say about QB, when I want to wake up, when I want some intensity in my life, throw on some QB. If I want to get funky, I throw on some GT, some Quincy Phones, and looking forward to this. I've been spinning the previous album, The Adventures of Quincy Phones. Apparently, Grove is working on a new album, and I, for one, am looking forward to listening to it. Very, very cool stuff. The warning was in vain. Extremely funky. Love the tribute to John Lewis. Great stuff from GT. Absolutely. The funky bass made the song, didn't it? Just yeah, absolutely cool stuff. Yeah, and definitely go check out all of Grove's stuff because it's very cool. And again, thank you to Grove for buying the hoodies because it's cool. And Capsulate, I was just mentioned that you also picked up a Studio Live today. Was it the T-shirt or the hoodie? You might have got the hoodie. Yeah, I can't remember. But yeah, thanks for supporting the channel. And as Jade said, if you want to get your own stuff, you can indeed head over to studiolivetoday.com/merch and grab yourself a T-shirt, a hoodie, a mug. I've got a few other products coming soon as well, so keep an eye on those. I'm a bad salesperson. I should have had it ready for what is it called? I was going to say Good Friday. It's not Good Friday. It is Black Friday. And then Cyber Monday. Maybe I'll be ready for Cyber Monday. Alrighty, let's kick into our next tune here. Once again, this is someone who has been a great support. I don't think we've played much of your music before, Alex. I've just given away who I'm about to play, but Alex Backus has been around the channel for a very long time, a great supporter of the channel, and we're going to play a tune from Alex in just a moment. First of all, I hope you're doing well. I'm doing exceptionally well. I'm glad that you're enjoying your sabbatical. I'm loving my sabbatical, my friend. After my first release of Songtember this year with the song with the beep, that's right, this is the song with, the song with the beep, you'll find below a SoundCloud link to my second release. What does a rapper say when he's continuing to work? I walk in the booth. And that is the title of this dance track, which was entirely done by GarageBand iOS using its onboard features. There you go. I hope you can give it a spin. I most certainly can give it a spin. So we got some fresh tunes here from our friend Alex Backus. This is a tune called I Walk in the Booth, and we're going to spin it live here on Your Music Live.
I'm walking the bull, go, out for the. I'm walking the bull. I'm walking the bull, go, out for the. I'm walking the bull. I'm walking the bull, go, out for the. I'm walking the bull. I'm walking the bull, go, out for the. I'm walking the bull.
There you go. Alex Backus with I Walk in the Booth. How cool was that? Really like it. Congratulations on the second release there, my friend. Can't quite believe that that's only the second song that you've actually released and shared. But yeah, I remember the song with the beep. I think everyone remembers the beep. We need to play that again sometime. Yeah, great use of these syncopated beats. Exactly. Very nicely done. Like the change. Yeah, really well produced. Again, just shows you what you can do with just GarageBand. With GarageBand, with the power of GarageBand, it compels you to make epic tracks like that one. But yeah, thank you again for sharing. Do appreciate it. And again, just such cool stuff. And thank you for supporting the channel. And if you want to listen to the whole tune, as I will be again, then you can go down to the description and check it out. A couple of comments that came in here. We had, I can't find it now. Where was it? Anyway, someone was mentioning, yeah, it was Melissa here. Sorry, off topic, but my husband and I love the upload of your Black Friday app upload. We don't know about these things, so just interesting. Yeah, it was very cool. It was funny. I did my Black Friday gear review, which a lot of people liked and watched, and then I did my Black Friday apps review, which everyone seemed to really dig. And I think it's because there's some ridiculously good apps by some amazing developers for some crazy, crazy prices. So that the one I showed, the Channel Strip app for 99 cents, down from $4.99. I've been using that thing in the last day, and it's so cool. It's very simple, compressor EQ, but the visualizers on that are excellent. And you got things like LumaFusion, Cubasis, Final Touch, all half price. So yeah, if you're an app fan, check out my last video before this one. It's very cool. And and Capsulam says, yeah, what's the hoodie? And here you go. It says you can show the picture if you want, Pete. It's fine by me. All right, let's show. This is Capsulam rocking her Studio Live Today hoodie. How cool is that? She went the purple. I think the purple is actually the best color. I dig it. I'm going to have to pick up the purple when I get some. As I said, it's 40 degrees here today, so it's t-shirt weather for sure. But I think I need to pick up a hoodie for myself and my wife for next winter. So I better jump in and order them. And the purple just looks epic. I think you'll agree. So thank you again for buying it, for sharing your photo, and for allowing me to show it. Yeah, I never know when people send me photos of themselves in the gear whether I'm allowed to show it. But thank you for that. Very, very cool stuff. Let's kick on here and play another tune, shall we? We'll come down and grab this one. I've seen these folks in the chat here, so we'll be able to play this one. So Daniel, this is our buddy Daniel and Micah over there at Autism Rocks. Froggy is our version of Froggy When a Courtin'. Ah, yeah, cool. It's a public domain song, yep. Originally from the 1500, called The Frog Came to My Door. It's been made into multiple versions of the song, including a version by Bob Dylan, Woody Guthrie, and Burl Ives. There you go. This is our original version with all new music, and Micah did all the hand-drawn animations, and his friend Sam did all the computer animations. This is sounding awesome. Let's jump on over and take a look and a listen, shall we? So this is Autism Rocks. This is Micah and Danny, and a song Froggy, which we're going to play here. We're going to play on Your Music Live. Let's turn this one up. Let's get those jazz hands in the air and hit play on this one. Froggy.
Froggy when the courtin' and he did ride. Froggy when the courtin' and he did ride. Froggy courtin' and he did ride. Sword and pistol by the side. Let's go. He rode up to Miss Mouse's door. He rode to Miss Mouse's door. He rode up to Miss Mouse's door, where he been off it before. He took the mouse on his knee.
What a very cool concept there. Love the bass, love the animation, love the vibe of that thing. And yeah, just taking that, like using a bit of the 12-bar blues kind of riff and then layering it over there with something traditional like that. Super, super cool. Yes, agree. This is so cool indeed. Yeah. when I grow up, I want to be in Autism Rocks. Right? Happy, Ron? Yeah. Get amongst it. It'd be very cool. I love it because Dan and Micah always having a lot of fun in the videos and in the music, and you can tell that they're just living life and doing it to the fullest and kicking goals taking names, doing all their cool stuff. Autism Rocks has their album out this week. Well, there you go. Get amongst it. Get over and check out Autism Rocks and the album there, because we've played, I think that's probably the third tune in the last sort of about 7 or 8 weeks that we've played from Danny and Micah there, Autism Rocks. But very, very cool. Thank you very much for sharing that one. Do I do this often? I do. Every week. We are here every week. And if you do have a song, there is a pinned comment. If you have a song that you want to share, just check out the details there about how to do it. We do usually have a 2 to 3 week waiting list. So please keep that in mind, that if you roll up today and you say, play my tune, it's probably not going to be today. In fact, I'll tell you it is definitely not going to be today, but that just gives you reason. See, this is my dastardly marketing scheme. It gives you reason to tune in next week and the week after, because we do try to get through all of them. As I say, unless your song is just 14 curse words in a row, then we'll usually give it a spin. All genres and all styles. And yes, we're not quite G-rated or PG-13, but we're definitely we're MA-15. So if your song doesn't fit that category, then it may not be right. But thank you again. Did I not put that in the list? I didn't. You'll have to bear with me a moment. I'm usually better at this, but we will put Autism Rocks and Froggy and put the link there. And there's so much going on. Like, you got to watch the whole thing. I know I don't. Because of the length of this show, we do try to keep it to around 2 hours. We'll usually play a minute or two of each track, but the whole list is down there. And as Ed says, the production was brilliant. Loved it. Absolutely. So get down there and get amongst it. How are we doing on time? It's nearly toilet break time. You know what that means. Means that we're going to spin a Jade Star tune, but we got a couple more tunes that we're going to play and get through here. First of all, where else? Here we go. Now, Dr. Zorders is someone who has been around the channel for a while, for at least the last few weeks. I see them around Jade's channel, and very quickly become a very important and active member of the community. And they've shared something here. It says, the below song was written and recorded by my 16-year-old nephew from Thailand. His name is First Heng, and the song is called Say Glay, or Faraway Place. It's about someone you love having to go to another part of the world, and how you miss them dearly. In this case, his girlfriend went to America to study some 8,671 miles away. First plays the guitar and sings the vocals. The song is brought together in Logic. He says he would love to be considered for Your Music Live entry, and asked if I could help and send you one of his songs. Absolutely. We're going to play it. We're going to spin it. I love it. I know, look, I love folks that have contributed before that we know and love, but I also love it when we have first timers who we've never shared before, because I think there's something exciting about that, about discovering new music. That's the whole reason I started this show, is that I wanted to broaden my musical horizons and discover some new independent artists that I dig. And my collection, it's growing. Like, I go to my YouTube, and I go to my SoundCloud, and I go to Slaps, and it's just full of all the people that I've met and played tunes of on this show, which is amazing. And keep it coming, keep doing it. So this is so thank you, Dr. Zorders, for sharing it. Let's play this one. It is First Heng with their tune, and we're going to play it live here on Your Music Live. Apologies, we have a small amount of glitching.
ดินแดนที่เธออยู่จะเป็นอย่างไรฉันจินตนาการถึงเธอทุกวันฉันรู้ว่ามันแสนไกลสักไกลแสนไกลทุก5 นาทีเริ่มจากตื่นนอนยิ้มมือถือขึ้นมาทักเธอทุกวันพร้อมกับเราเรื่องราวเมื่อว่าฉันเป็นยังไงเธอสบายดีไหมแม้เราสองคนที่อยู่กันแสนไกลแต่ฉ
very nicely done, and apologies for my ancient computer and the glitching that sometimes happens there. But tell you what, wish I was writing songs like that when I was 16. But in my defense, when I was 16, it was the 90s, and I was influenced by the angsty grunginess that was the 90s. So mine was louder and angrier. Plus, I didn't have anything cool to record it on. So it is cool to listen to good music, to be able to see the production, to be able to hear that great quality recording. Absolutely great track, very peaceful and well recorded. Let's slide in one more track before we go to the toilet break with Jade, which sounds creepy. Sorry, and we'll play this tune. So this is from Neil. Neil says, "This is a song I've been working on for a while. I upload my music to SoundCloud. I've only used GarageBand on my phone because I can't afford a laptop just yet. Let me know what you think. One of my other songs has recently hit 30,000 plays on SoundCloud. Shebus, that's a nice job. This track is a mix between modern and retro sounds. It's a roller coaster of a ride, and I hope you enjoy it. I like roller coasters. You're like a roller coaster, toast you on a big four-poster bed." No, maybe not. All right, this is a tune. Neil Maguire here. We're going to play this one. Whoop. Come on, SoundCloud, do your thing. Don't mess with us. All right, we're going to play this one. This is Neil Maguire with Puzzlement, and we're going to listen to it live on Your Music Live.
Cold like the first day of an...
What on earth happened there? What have I done? Ads. Oh, have SoundCloud actually put actual ads now that have to be there? All right, well, I'll just turn this volume down while we play this ad, apparently, for 15 seconds. Who knew? Has anyone come across that before? SoundCloud? Ads? All right, fair enough. Well, once this ad's done, we will turn up the volume and take a listen to Neil Maguire with Puzzlement. We got Ian wanting to go karting. We've got Melissa think it's crazy. We've got Ron wanting to play video games. Yeah, why do I suddenly want to play video games? That would definitely be a good boss battle theme. I saw that. Yeah, very, very cool stuff. Enjoy it. Thanks for sharing. Yeah, just on your just on GarageBand on your iPhone. Again, I love seeing how people can push GarageBand on their iPhone and what they can do with this sort of thing. Yeah, cool groove, Russ. I agree 100%. Brilliant stuff. Thank you for sharing, and please share more with us in the future. And if you do want to check out that one again, I realized I'm not on the screen. I was just testing that because if you can still hear me, which I'm assuming you are, because everyone didn't just suddenly jump on there and say we can't hear you. If I remove myself, it removes all the audio because all the audio comes through my mixer, but I can just do full screen on the screen, which means that when I go for my toilet break, which I'm about to do, and spin a Jade Star tune, then you'll be able to hear it. So before I do that, I'll assume, just to confirm with me that, the audio didn't drop out when I did the full screen thing. I think we're cool, but we'll go ahead and bring up this tune here in just a moment. I hope you're enjoying Your Music Live for another week. It is, I say it every week, but it is my favorite time of the week. I get to sit here and you do all the work. Really, at the end of the day, that's kind of how it is. When I do other shows, I have to think of things to say, I have to create content, I have to do all the things. This show, I sit back. I just get to sit back and enjoy cool music for a couple of hours, and I really enjoy it. I really dig it. And again, thank you to our sponsors, DistroKid, for keeping the lights on this show this week. I think I've mentioned it before. If you're wondering, hey Pete, why suddenly the sponsor? What's going on there? The thing is that I'm playing other people's music, and as you know, when you're playing other people's music, you get things like copyright claims. And we just talked about ads on SoundCloud, which maybe we'll have a chat about later in a bit more detail. But yeah, look, there's ads to support creators. I have ads on this channels to support what I do, and it's a reality of it. I've always said if you get something for free, you're the product. So I apologize, but it's just the honest truth. It's just what it is. So I say all that to say it's toilet break time, and we're going to come in here and play this one. And yeah, Wolfstone Studio says you're not kidding. That was a roller coaster. Absolutely, a roller coaster, very original. Now I don't know how Jade came into this tradition of being our toilet break song, but she has. And if you're not familiar with the toilet break, it is it's our halftime. And there used to be a show called The Late Show on Saturday nights here in Australia, and they showed clips from an old talent show called Potluck, and they called it the toilet break because it's like an hour and a half show. Everyone needs a toilet break in the middle. So I started playing some tunes of mine and from other people, and then for whatever reason, Jade's always seemed to line up around the halfway mark. So I said, Jade, because you are our moderator here and you are such a good supporter, we should have a Jade Star toilet break every week. So that's what we're going to do here now. So let's bring up this one. Jade says, I know I'm late. You're in time. But this is Dread Circus, My Crawlin' Skin from the new album, which will most likely be the next released single coming soon. Nice one. So we'll throw this one up here. Yes, Jade is the toilet break. We'll throw it up on here and we'll give this one a spin, shall we? This is My Crawlin' Skin from Jade Star Dread Circus. I'm going to have a quick break. Enjoy yourselves, and we'll be back with the second half of Your Music Live straight after this one. Let's do it.
Hold me
that sounds like a guitar solo, and you know we can have none of that on Your Music Live. I apologise if you don't understand my sense of humour with the whole, Red makes things go faster and I like to turn down guitar solos. It's kind of, I know it doesn't translate to a lot of other places, but it's an Australian thing. We like to be a bit like sarcastic and ironic and a little bit different and weird. Weird is good, right? Weird is good. Just like failure is excellent, weirdness is great. Very, very cool. Great stuff. Thank you to Jade for once again being a toilet break song. Again, I see people doing live streams and they're like, they'll do 4 and 5 hours and stuff. And I'm like, because I pound the coffee, well, I start with the coffee in the morning and then I pound like a litre of water. Again, we're getting far too much into the detail that you don't need to know about. But let's just say I appreciate the fact that Jade can contribute a toilet break song. That helps. And it sounds like the audio worked well, so I've got that figured out now too, which is a good thing. It means you don't have to have my face on the screen or my blank screen while we go and do that. All right, let's kick in. Let's kick into the second half. We've got a heap more coming up in the second half, and let's kick things off. I know he's been lurking around. He's been lurking in the chat for the whole time, and it is our buddy. And now I can't find it. Oh, it's Ron. See, I was looking for Ron. It came up as Ronald for some reason. Ron, I don't know why. This is from Happy Ron, and it says, so nice to hear the nice comments on the previous song. And I thought we'd play this one today. This is a song about friendship. We all need a friend, and I think we all need friends more now than perhaps at any time in history. When Jade and I ranted on her show yesterday, we talked about friendship and the fact that the definition of friend has changed significantly. Since social media. So for the last, 12 years, friends used to be a different thing. You used to have a handful of friends, and they were the people that you would actually talk to and call and hang out with. Now it's like Gary from primary school that you haven't seen in 25 years, but he looked you up and stalked you creepily and then friended you on Facebook. And now you have to find out all of Gary's beliefs and problems. And yeah, anyway, sorry for Gary's out there. I didn't mean to pick on Gary, but you know what I mean? Yeah, so this is I don't know. I haven't heard this song for a while. Have I heard it before, Ron? I'm not sure. Anyway, I say all that to say let's play this song. This is Happy Ron, and this is I'm Just Here to Be Here for You. Let's listen to it live on Your Music Live.
I'm not here to show you what to do and how. I'm not here to make the pain go away right now. I'm just here to be for you. I'm just here to be here for you. You say you don't need anyone to help see you through. I've heard that before. We both know you do. I'm just here to be here for you. I'm just here to be here for you. And if you don't believe me, I'll try harder. I'm gonna stay right here until you know the truth. I don't have a magic wand, don't have a golden ring. I don't have all the answers or know everything. I'm just here to be here for you. I'm just here to be here for you. It's been too long that you've been down, and I know it hurts. But time will speed up, you'll move on. That's the way these things work. I can't keep you from the fates that we all face. I'm not here.
I know it's almost a sin to turn down Happy Ron in the middle of preaching some happiness, but it just means that you have to go and listen to the whole thing. Absolutely beautiful stuff. If there's ever a Toy Story 5, yeah, Ron has to be the front runner for replacing Randy Newman in all of that sort of Disney animated style music. I think I want to hear and see Happy Ron on the next Disney movie. Absolutely ace! What a song! Very cool. And yeah, the piano in the background there, Ron, that was next level. Like the little piano, the little high treble bits in the background. Very, very cool indeed. And as Benny says here, it goes to show something simple can be effective and great. Love the tone of your voice and the choice of instruments. Absolutely. Mavy's Garden, hope things are going well up there in Queensland, my friend. Good to see you here as always. Sounds a bit like a Christmas song. Charming. Yeah, nice one. And this is great. Agreed. Ron leaves his trail of happiness. Yeah, right? How can you be unhappy? I thought that as I was looking through the list here, I'm like, that's the way that we're going to kick off the second half. The post-toilet break here is to have a Happy Ron tune, which I realise I haven't put in here. Oh, you had to have a long title, didn't you, Ron? I'm just here to be here for you. You're making me work here, man. You're making me work. Let's save that one in there. And move on to our next tune. That was our buddy Ron. We'll put that in the done pile. The Donskis. Let's grab. Oh, I've played that one too. I'm finding ones that I've played. Now I've seen John. I've seen you here today and in the chat. So I hope you are doing well. John says, "Hey, I released another beat today. This time not Halloween themed." Yes, we played John's Halloween beat like a week or two after Halloween, I think, from memory. So I wanted to ask if you could play it on YML today or next week. I didn't realize you were doing it a day. Yeah, so I did trip people up because I did it Friday, which was Thursday for all you last week. We're back to our usual time and will be for most of December. We've got a special Christmas show that's going to be early because, as you'd probably already realise, it's going to be Christmas Day and Christmas Eve, depending where you are in the world, on the Friday. So we won't be doing it then. We'll be doing it a couple of days early. But keep an eye. Join the mailing list. That's the best way to keep up to date with everything that's going on here. I send out a newsletter every week where you get to find out all of the weekend's live shows, everything that's happening around the channel. So go to studiolivetoday.com. It'll pop up. One of those annoying little pop-ups. I promise it's the only annoying little pop-up on the whole site, and it will say join the mailing list, and you just pump your email address in there, and then you will get the weekly email newsletter, and it'll be all good times. Righty dokey, let's jump in here and take a listen to this one. This is our friend John Hogle, and a tune called Morning. Let's take a listen to it live on your Music Live. Very nice, my friend. John Hogle with Morning. That is a nice beat. It's nice just by itself. It's nice, chilled, lo-fi beat that I could just listen to and just groove along to. It's this sounds bad. Every time I say it, I feel bad. But it's beats to pay your bills by. That's the sort of music that I listen to when I'm doing my admin, when I'm answering emails, when I'm paying bills, when I'm doing my taxes. Because it is good enough, it's engaging enough to keep you ticking along, keep the mind active, but it's not distracting. There's not a whole lot going on. So I really enjoyed that, absolutely. It was nice and chilled and very, very interesting, almost Japanese with the Indian classical, the drum might feel. Yeah, very nicely done. Appreciate you sharing it, and thank you for doing so. Yes, cool. So, sorry, I'm getting hot in here. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to turn on. Actually, I'll turn on the air conditioner while I play the next song, so I give myself a minute of coolness. But yeah, very nice chill beat. Absolutely, very meditative. Meditative. I like that. That's a tough word to say. That's a lot of syllables in a row. Alrighty, let's kick in here. Let's grab Guzzo of Oz. Now, I don't think I've seen Guzzo in the chat here, but he's someone who is usually here on the replays of shows and down in the comment section. And whenever I see Guzzos of Oz with the Australian flag there, then I know that it's going to be something supportive and something cool that's going to be said. So let's jump in. I don't think we've played any of Guzzo's tracks here on the show before. I could be totally wrong, but yeah, you're about to find out. So this is a tune called "Let Me Ride" by Guzzo of Oz, and we're going to bring it up here now. This is from Guzzo, who is Daryl. I don't know if people like me telling their secret identities. It says, "Hi Guru." This is a song I wrote and played on my homemade cigar box guitar. Awesome. And recorded it in GarageBand. Thanks to you. There you go. And I made a video in LumaFusion. Thanks again to you and Jade Star. There you go. Shout out to Jade Star, who has been sharing some ridiculously good LumaFusion videos. And I know I mentioned it before, and I know this show's not about apps, but LumaFusion is cheap at the moment. It's like $10 off. I think it's $19.99 US. It's usually $29.99. If you edit videos, create videos, do anything video related on your iPhone or iPad, you want LumaFusion. You pay $20 once and you have it forever. No subscriptions, no limitations, 6 tracks of audio, 6 tracks of video, all the effects, green screen, everything. Anyway, yeah, and again, they're not a sponsor of the channel at all, but they're just a very, very cool platform and a very cool app for your iPhone or iPad. If you've ever seen a show, if you've ever seen a video that I release here on this channel, it's edited in LumaFusion. Anyway, let's give this one a one. Let's give this one a spin. Let Me Ride by Guzzo of Oz here on Your Music Live.
And I pushed the pain, and every day was all the same. Done my time, now I wanna get back to you, back to you. I packed my bags and I'm praying for the weather. I filled my tank and I'm shaking out my leather. Let me ride until I'm by your side. Gonna hit the road to be with you at home. Gonna make you feel, you know my love is real. Just let me ride. Let me ride. Stop for coffee halfway there, thinking about your auburn hair.
How cool is that? I love it when, again, you have a concept there. Obviously, it's a really cool song. He's so cute with the tooth missing. Yeah, how cool is that? Like you see the picture there, and then like the singer popped up. Like I watched the first probably 10 seconds of this. I vet the song again just to make sure no one's Rick rolling me and it's just going to be F.U. Pete over and over again in the video they share. But yeah, I saw the meme emoji pop up there for the singer, but then to have the band behind just chilling there, looking around, like nodding, just moving, that is so cool. And that, again, that shows you what you can do with LumaFusion. You can go in there and use your transparent overlays, get your memojis on there, and very cool. How good is it? Yeah. As hooked as soon as I heard the bike. Great song. Yeah, absolutely. Gary says, I have to make a beer box guitar tonight. Have to empty the box first. Thanks. I'll give you that. I won't even make fun of your joke since I already made fun of your name, apparently. I picked a name out of a hat and it just happened to be someone that was here. I feel bad for Karens because everyone picks on Karens. So I wasn't going to use Karen. I'll use Gary. And then I realized we have a Gary. Like it. Yeah, it's just enough swamp for me to dig it. There you go. Very, very cool. Nicely done, Guzzo of Oz. Thank you for sharing. And if you want to check out the whole song, you can do so down in the description after the show. All of the songs we play are linked down there. How are we doing on time? Yeah, we got a heap of time. We got time on our side. Let's move to our next track, and it is from someone. Could you be more vague? This song was inspired by the fear and feeling that you sometimes might work hard for it, not to work out, but still having the hope at the end of the day. Very cool. I like it. I like the concept there. So let's bring this one across. This is from Mavericks, I think. Depends. Sometimes the artist name is different. So we'll bring this one here. We've got parental advisory. I'm gonna have to. I don't think I actually listened to this one beforehand, so we may have to. I'll take that one on notice, and maybe that will come back and play it next week. But when there's parental advisory, as I said before, we try to keep the show not squeaky clean, but clean adjacent. And I'll just take a listen to that one. Maybe we can spin back to it next week. Coming back to our list here. Now I think we played. There you go. We played a song by the Amateurs, which featured Ian Luckett. So this one is from Ian Luckett. It says the song title is Fuzzlord Effects. Ian Luckett, Stoner Jam. There you go. Original music. Cannot tell a lie. Well, I can, but I'm not going to. So Jeff, the hippie, suggested I submit this song to your channel because it would allow 3 shout-outs. There you go. My own channel, Hippie's channel, and Fuzzlord Effects channel. There you go. So there, shout it out. Consider yourselves shouted out. And again, the links to all the things we play will be in the description. So there you go. We get a second bite of Ian Luckett. And I'm assuming this is a different kind of vibe that we'll go with here. So we'll bring this one up here and give it a spin. So this is Fuzzlord Effects and Ian Luckett combined across the UK and the USA. I love me some collaboration. So it's always cool to see folks collaborating. So let's give this one a spin. A bit of a stoner jam here on Your Music Live. trying to think what sort of guitar style band that reminds me of, but it's a bit of Alice in Chains when they do their slower kind of jams like that. It's very kind of 90s when we had that sort of dark, again, stoner rock in the 90s. And I don't know who this Mary Jane girl is, but sounds like she's a good friend of yours. Retro, I was around for the 70s retro weed. Yeah. Look, each to their own. I don't judge what you want to do and how you want to do it. But yeah, there you go. Apparently, Mary Jane's a good person to be around and to hang out with. Drop C on guitar. Yeah, it was really low. I'd like to know more about the production on that one because it had a really cool tone. Like both the guitars there, the lead and then the rhythm guitar. Yeah, super low, super gutsy. So yeah, be cool to know more about how it was created, because yeah, we've got two homemade guitars tonight. Yeah, we got the homemade guitars going on. Yeah, a bit sinister. Yeah, I wish I could remember. There was a band that had that kind of vibe that I used to listen to. Again, way back in the 90s, which I've forgotten about because it's so long ago. Really like it. Dig it. Digging it. And if you're digging it, if you're enjoying the show here this afternoon, this evening, the morning, wherever you are in the world, please go ahead. Hit the like button. That's a thing you can do on the YouTubes because that's how we roll. All right. We'll come into our next tune. Here is one from Joel Salinas, who says, I don't normally write music. I teach more regularly. However, what I do write are simple backing tracks for my students. Oh, there you go. Very cool. So let's give this one a play from Joel here. Throw it up here on the screen. Yeah, there you go. It looks like Joel has a channel teaching music. Is that the case here? We'll have a look. Yeah, so what is it? Truth Guitar Method. There you go. If you're looking to learn some guitar, you're learning things and you're getting to listen to tunes here today. So let's jump in and play this tune. This one is Quiet, a backing track in A major, and we'll give this one a spin here from our friend, the Truth Guitar Method, which was Joel. Let's play this one here live on Your Music Live. Let's do it. Very nice. Very nicely done there, my friend. And yeah, I definitely would. Yeah, exactly. If you're a guitarist, he puts out some high quality content. I know. Did any other guitarist like I'm keep looking off, getting all edgy because I want to grab my guitar and I just want to jam along to that. That's the problem. That's the problem with playing backing tracks on the show is I'm going to get super distracted and go and try and play along with it. So very cool. I'll have to check out the channel there. And yeah, it seems like an excellent teaching tool to learn the chords and context of a song. Exactly right. YouTube can teach you anything. I think we've proven that over the last 10 years that YouTube is the place to go. if you're going to learn something. I know when I need to do something that I've never done before, I go to YouTube. When I've said this before, but when my coffee machine wouldn't grind its beans, which is one of the biggest tragedies. You wake up in the morning and you press the button on the coffee machine. I know, first world problems, but I have a coffee machine. It grinds the beans and then puts it in my cup. I press the button and I just hear, I'm like, there's enough beans in there. It's not grinding them. What's going on here? So I had to go to YouTube and say, DeLonghi Magnifica grinder won't work. Straight into a YouTube channel. They're like, if your grinder won't work, you probably got it on too coarse a setting. Turn it up to 11, grind it a couple of times, and then it'll clear out the mechanism and then turn it back. And I'm like, cool. And I liked and subscribed. And now my feed is full of coffee machine reviews. So do be careful. If you just get that one solution, maybe don't subscribe to the channel. But if it's something that you're into, then definitely do that. Yes, YouTube is like a gift from above, isn't it? Isn't it? Nearly everything I consume is here in YouTube. I know. And I did mention that we would talk briefly about the SoundCloud. So yeah, I didn't know that because I've been so busy with my new Mac. I've been so busy with preparing for this show, a big live weekend. I think as John said, we've got a Beatles live show coming up this week. So I've been practicing a lot of Beatles. So yes, I'd be Beatles themed Your Music Live, not Your Music Live, Happy Hour show. So I've been practicing my Beatles songs. I've been doing a lot of things. So yeah, it looks like SoundCloud have added ads. So, and I know people will rage against this. Whenever something like that happens, people rage against it. The thing is, SoundCloud has been losing money for a very long time. As a company, they were about to go away. So I guess this is a last-ditch effort to try and monetize and get some revenue back in. And you know what? If you're like me and you've been uploading music and sharing music on SoundCloud for 5 years and haven't paid a cent, then a 15-second ad here and there is probably not the worst thing in the world. So I don't begrudge anyone. Like, I know that there's the problem with some folks in the creative space and musicians and in general is that sometimes we get a little bit too like, oh, it's all the art and it can only be about the art. But you know what? Artists have been making a living from their artwork for the longest time. You don't have to be a starving artist. Like, there's no pride in not monetizing something because you want it to be art. If art is what you do, if art is what you work on, and this has been the case for centuries. So Patreon, that's based on the fact that there used to be patrons who would pay artists. So the king, if they really liked an artist and wanted them to do art for them, they would pay them. They would support them so that they could create their artwork. So, yeah, again, I didn't want to go on a super rant there, but a little mini rant there that it's not evil. Yes, I know. Sometimes monetization can be evil. Sometimes people put the cart before the horse and they're trying to make money before they actually have the artwork out there. But yeah, I don't begrudge anyone, even SoundCloud, from wanting to make a few bucks for what they do. And you know what? If I say all of that and you're still like, but I still don't like it, slaps.com. DistroKid have their own social network where you can share music, slaps.com. It's free. It is ad-free, at least at this stage, so there's no ads on there. And in my opinion, it's actually cooler than SoundCloud. So that's what I would recommend. Get your stuff on slaps.com. Join the revolution, as Jade likes to say. We've got a music revolution happening here. Be a part of it. We're going on time. 25 minutes to go. We've got some more tunes here to play. We're not going to get through all of them, are we? I'm looking at the list, and we're simply not going to get through them all. All right, so we're going to have to find this one here. I'll go. Now, Caleb Thompson, I've seen you around the channel a lot, and I don't think we've ever played one of your tunes before, so I'm going to give this one a spin. It says, this song started out just as the orchestra strings, and I thought I would turn it into a classical piece, but after adding a kick beat, it just sounded like an EDM dance song. There you go. I never thought I would make music like this, but what can I say? I'm having fun with it, and I hope the live performance vid is okay. Live performance vids are always okay, my friend. It is music. We're sharing your music and we're sharing it live. Everything else is up for negotiation. So let's bring this one up. Live Loops EDM performance. And this is from, what's the name there? Unveiled Enigma. Awesome. So Caleb, Unveiled Enigma. And you've already won because you're rocking the Keystation 49 Mark III, which is my favorite MIDI keyboard. So let's give this one a spin here on Your Music Live. Very nicely done. As someone who really, I've never quite got into the whole live loops thing. I struggle with it because, as you can see there, if you customize it and if you spend the time with it, you can create some really, really cool stuff. I tend to get so excited, I just load up the like a default template and start pushing buttons and seeing what happens. So, yeah, it's very cool. But that is brilliant. I like it. Unveiled Enigma, our buddy Caleb, and sharing something for, I think, the first time here on Your Music Live. So definitely go and support the folks who are sharing their stuff here. We'll give them a like and I'll subscribe because I want to see what Caleb has going on over there and what else they produce because they use the right keyboard. Using the right keyboard there. Yeah, tapping around. Yeah, it's GarageBand, exactly. GarageBand live loops. I'm the same, Tom. I forget live loops exist sometimes. Exactly. You're like, wow, that's GarageBand, isn't it? Yeah, totally. All right, let's kick into another tune. Arnie G, have I said g'day to you today? I know I saw you right up the front, but and everyone on the dance floor goes crazy. And yeah, great use of it. Lots of work programming these loops, exactly, and great use of the looper. And that's the thing. Again, like everything, don't look down. I don't look down my nose on anything. People look down their nose on GarageBand and on loops and on live loops and on cover songs and you name it. Someone's got a problem with it. But you do you. Like, create cool music. If it makes your head bob, if it hits you in the feels, if it does its job, then you're fine, right? You just go with it. Just be happy. Be happy. All right, let's play another tune, shall we? I don't think. Yeah, here we go. I don't think we played this one. We played a song from our buddy Ron, which was called "Don't Want to Be Alone," and then Ron's that was about 2 or 3 weeks ago. And we're going to play another follow-up song from Ron here, and it's called "I'll Know It When I See It." So this is our buddy Ron Wolf, and we'll just bring it on up. Is this? Yeah, this is Wolfstone Studio. I think I've seen you here in the chat, Ron. Hopefully it's not too. I think you're in the UK, are you? Correct me if I'm wrong. Yes, yeah, you are in the UK. So hopefully it's not too late for you and you've been able to stay up and listen to this one because we're going to give it a spin here. This is Wolfstone Studio with a track called "I'll Know It When I See It," and you're going to know it when you hear it right now on Your Music Live. Today has been exceptionally funky, hasn't it? We've had a lot of cool, funky guitars and upbeat vibes going on here today. Hey, my friend. Da Fingers in the house. Marcus Manderson. Good to see you here, my friend. Yeah, moving and grooving. Love it. Great funk. Funk in the trunk guitar, right? Some dance funk to get you up, get you moving, and do your thing. So, yeah. Very, very cool. I like it. I like it a lot. Great tune. Very nicely done. And thank you for sharing it once again. All of these tunes are going to be down in the description. So if you do want to check them out again, you can do that. You can go down to the description and all of them will be listed there for you to enjoy. Man, we've got so many tunes in here. We're just not going to get through them all this week. We're going to have some leftovers to play next week, which is not a bad thing. We'll be able to get to them. Did I move the wrong one? No, we're good. We're okay here. Let me just see if this one is here. And you are in the US. I got confused because I think it said something like Hampton, and I was thinking Northampton, which is in the UK, but no, it was somewhere else. Anyway, I got it wrong. Let's find our next tune. Now I know that I know Michael's been hanging out here and again. Michael has contributed a couple of tunes before, and we're going to play this one here. This is Zealand Band. Michael, aka Zealand Band, says, "Hello, Pete. A little tune inspired by a beautiful sight. A short video inspired by that little tune. A flight of fancy, no less. Intriguing." Was that a haiku? The structure of that email sounded like it was some sort of Japanese poem structure, maybe. Let's jump in and play. I haven't even vetted this one, so I trust you, Michael. Don't let me down. No Rick rolls, people. But let's come in here and play this tune, shall we? Yeah, Funky Friday. I agree. It is Funky Friday. Let's see what Michael's got here. Zealand Band. We'll play this one live here on Your Music Live. I realised that, see, he's got it down, A Flight of Fancy. Michael's got it down. He knows about how much of a song that I play, and he makes sure his songs are about that. And I apologise, I had the mic up during that song, so if there was heavy breathing, it was not Michael, it was me. He didn't just decide to put a heavy breathing track underneath that. Yeah, beautiful. Look at this beautiful ocean style music where you can listen to on a cruise ship. I like it. Very cool. Very cinematic, absolutely. And it suits the animation perfectly. I was watching a TV show, 30 Rock, in fact, and there's a character on there, Kenneth, played by, I forget the guy's name, but he's a cool actor anyway. And it was saying, we're talking about something, and he gets distracted. He's like, where are all the baby pigeons? And I'm like, where are all the baby birds? Like, I'm watching that one and saying, where's the baby seagulls? Where's the baby pigeons? And I say that to my wife. I'm like, hey, Georgie, where's all the baby birds? And she's like, in the nests, idiot. And I'm like, touche. Because they are. Just because it follows a specific pattern, Pete, it's not a haiku. Moving on. Quality stuff, Michael. Very nice and interesting, takes you away. Absolutely. Nice video too, very emotive. It did all the things. By the way, Binny, I still can't get your video to play. It's still saying it's private when I go to try and play it. I know you shared one. Please reshare it and we'll give you a spin on next week's show, because I know you sent that to me a week or so ago, but it popped up and said, yeah, it was a private video. I couldn't play it. So we'll play that as soon as we can on a future show. Speaking of future shows, we better get on and see if we can slide another few in here. Now, Tom, did I see Did I see that you're doing a live show today? Jade, if you can find Tom's live show, because I know Tom might not be able to post a link. If you can post the link to Tom's live show, I'm pretty sure I saw that Tom is performing live today. So please give Tom some love, because he does some very cool live shows under his alias Thomas Christ. So we'll bring this one up here. Now, John, I'm pretty sure I've seen you in the chat if you're still around. If not, hopefully you can catch up on the replay and see your tune. So we're going to play this one. It is Falling, an original tune by John Simon. So let's, it's got a bit overzealous. It started playing already. Let's bring this one on up here. It looks a little bit like this. This is a John Simon who's shared this one during the week. It is a tune. I don't think we've played you on the show before, John. This is an original tune called Fallen, and we're going to play it live on your Music Live.
Sitting here in this lonely room, it's your name that always comes to mind. To those who say the tide will heal, I'm still falling. I'm swimming in the depths of pain, and there's no need for this long haul again. And it's not like you to live alone, and it's just like me to share my home. But I'm falling, still falling. I'm falling again. For you, I'm falling, falling for you. It took me 5 minutes to know.
Very nice. Now, that's my kind of music. Beautiful fingerstyle guitar tone on there. Wonderful chords. Beautiful vocals. Nicely done. As Lady Rodeline says, mesmerized. I'm just going to turn my air conditioner off. I'm sneaking in a little bit of air conditioning. Very, very cool. Annie G says the melody and the music fits the lyrics nicely. Absolutely. Bubba says, this is beautiful. Glad the voice was brought out more as it progressed. Excellent guitar work. Yeah, I think right up the front, I thought the vocals were a tiny bit quiet, but yeah, as it went through, it definitely was good. That guitar, I want it. There you go. Capsulam wants your guitar. So much emotion. Beautiful track. Very nicely done. Beautiful song. Lots of subtlety and tenderness in the guitar and in the vocals. Very well done. And Wolfstone Studio, very emotional, nice production with the guitar and the harmonies. Indeed. Just beautiful. Well done. Thank you for sharing. Go and check out the whole song. It'll be linked down in the description. You'll be able to check it and all of the other tracks that we have played here today down in the description. So when the show's over, the show's not really over, because you can go and relive it all in all of its glory again. And all I'm seeing, I go to my email and I just see the number of, it's like in real time, the YMLs come through into my inbox. Takes me the rest of my day to go and clean out. And thank you, Andy Goldsby, if you're still around, Andy from the Indigo Sunsets, who bought me a coffee. There's a few ways you can support me. You can be a patron, you can donate via PayPal, and I've also got Buy Me a Coffee, which you can do. And if you're on my email mailing list, I do send out those links every week. So I do appreciate you, Andy. I didn't miss that you bought me a coffee. Thank you, my friend. Let's see. I'll see if we can do this one here. We'll bring this on up and see what we've got for our next song. We've got time for probably 2 or 3 more tunes. Righty dokie. Yay, it's working. So Binny Sandhu, again, who has been around the channel for how long, Binny? I've seen your name. I think you're on Create, Record, Release and GarageBand users. You've been around the community. I've seen your name and I've seen you pop up for a very, very long time. So yeah, let me know. What was I getting at? So thank you. Is what I was trying to say. So yeah, this is why I can only do a 2-hour show. The Metalhead Hippie, he does like 4-hour shows, but I forget how to speak. After 2 hours, I just simply forget how to speak. So there you go. Let's play this one, though. Binny Sandhu has got the video through to me now, so I've been able to bring it on up, and we're going to give this one a spin. Another new song, Binny Sandhu, here on Your Music Live. Very nicely done. Worth the wait there for sure, Binny. Binny live here on Your Music Live, and yeah, nice production. Agree. Well done. Like the pop feel. Yeah, and Binny, in your email here, you said songs are born and bongs are. Let's try that again. This has been a struggle, but I'm not prepared to spend more time on this. I hear you. Create, record, release. Song temper came and I knew I had to write another new song. Songs are born and songs die in many ways in their lifespan, and is at complete mercy of the listener. The lyrics include common music terms used metaphorically. I like it. I do cringe at my singing. Don't we all? We talked about that on a recent show. I think with Jay when we were ranting, and I talked about it in one of my shows that, yeah, getting used to the sound of your own voice is really hard. When I first started, I'm like, who is this nasally guy with the horrible lisp? And then I'm like, you know what? You just embrace it. It's different. Think about the best singers in the world. And again, best is subjective, so you can't go with that. But think of the singers that you dig. I bet none of them don't have their own particular style. I love Michael Stipe, but Michael Stipe doesn't sing perfectly. He doesn't sing like everyone else does. He has his own style. Eddie Vedder, Kurt Cobain, Chris Cornell. Yeah, they're all good singers in their own right, but they have very different styles. So embrace your style and do your thing. So the only thing I'd say there is to bring up the vocals, because I think they can come up a little bit, and it may be a confidence thing, and maybe as you create more music, you'll bring up the vocals a little bit more. Yes, Binny Sandhu for the win. Nice work, Binny. Very well done with the music and the video. Yeah, I love it when you've got a cool video as well to go along with it. Very, very cool. Strings and guitar, one of my favourite combination, and I like how the timbres are balanced well. I think Bubba just wanted me to say the word timbre, because you're always going to roll your R's on a timbre, on that word. It's an interesting song and video. Love it. Absolutely. Well done. Oh, you can see You can see all the Simpsons videos and weird stuff. Whenever I get to the end of a video, you're like, oh, this is an interesting window into what Pete watches when he's not watching music. What's going on there? Yes. All right, let's continue on. Exactly. Turn up those vocals. Let them soar. Bob Dylan isn't the greatest singer. You know what? And yeah, Eric Clapton hates his voice. It's his own voice. He said, who's this 6-year-old girl singing back at me? I hear you. All right, we'll probably sneak it. We'll go into slight overtime here. We'll sneak like another song in after our last song because why not? We got. I'll go a little bit overtime today. But yeah, please do that. And I've been listening to a lot of Beatles at the moment. And you know who's not exactly a conventional or traditionally good singer? John Lennon. Paul McCartney. I know, I'm getting out there. I'm being controversial here. But if you listen to a lot of John Lennon recordings, especially from the 60s, yeah, they're rough. They've got bits in there that you're like, wow. An engineer these days would have said, nice try, John. Let's do another take. But you know what? They were recording to 4-track tape. There wasn't the time and the effort and the energy to do 17 takes. So you just got it. You got it raw, you got the emotion, and then you just went with it. And vocals are subjective, as I found out from Submit Hub. Well, yeah, look, and everything is subjective, and it's a beautiful part. Again, I'll bring it all back to why we live in the future and why it's cool. And yes, it's slightly a reason to talk about DistroKid, but the cool thing is that we have control now. So the subjectivity has always been there and always will be, but the difference is that you don't have gatekeepers. There's no one that's telling you that you can or can't release music, that what you can and can't play. So there's this fantasy that a lot of us have, or at least had in the past, of getting a record deal and going and, you know, some big dude behind a desk with a cigar goes, oh, call these guys, they're really good, get them in here. And then he like puts a comical like sack of cash in front of you and says, kid, we're going to make you a star. A, that never really happened then anyway. The artist didn't make the money, the producers and the record companies did. And B, we don't need it anymore. You just don't need that. All you need is a cool song and a little bit of drive and determination, and you can get yourself out there. So, yes, I say all that to say if you want to release your music online and you're creating music, DistroKid is my recommendation because they make it super simple, and they are cool people too. They're cool people to deal with. So, shout out to them. I realised I didn't put Binny's tune here, so hold the line a moment. We don't want to not have Binny's track here. Assuming I can share this one with the world, Binny. Too bad. It's going out there. It's been shared. It's in there. It's in the public domain now. You've done it. So thank you for that. Let's come on back. And like I said, we've got enough time to just sneak a couple more in here. All right, Jeff. Now, I don't know if this is one. There's a lot of Jeffs around here, so I don't know if this is one of the Jeffs that we have here. So it says, hi, Peter. Finally had some tracks to share with you for your consideration on YML. I tried just sending the track alone, but the file was too big, so I provided with a link if that's okay. Yes, it is okay. The track's called The Machine. The song is actually inspired by one of my favorite movies of all time from the 80s. I was a child when I first watched it and loved it. If you guess the movie, you get bonus points. Alrighty, that's cool. And what have we got? The reason I chose this because it's entire sums me up as a musician and artist. I'm just trying to see if I have to play it from a certain spot. To save you time when you listen to a portion of the song as much as you can. So if you choose this track for a future episode, because the intro is long, maybe start at the 105 mark. There you go. I thought there was something like that here. And I'm going to use songwhip.com because I've got an Apple Music link here, and this will help me. Does everyone know songwhip.com? It's very, very cool. A buddy, Wilson Page, over at Songwhip, created this. And what you can do is you can put a link into Apple Music, to Spotify, to anywhere, and you'll get something like this. You'll get the ability to play the song or buy it on any of these different places. So let's just say I want to go into... Now, Google Play Music doesn't exist anymore. So I might have to have a chat with Wilson because that's now YouTube Music. So I'll chat to Wilson and we'll see if we can get that updated. But let's say we wanted to listen to this one on Spotify. We hit the button there and look, it's going to bring us on over and open it up in Spotify and we can play it here. So let's give this one a spin here. We'll pause it so that we can make sure we play it. Oh no, he said play it from 105. All right, we're going to come to 105. Right about there, and pause it. All right, let's give this one a spin. This is called The Machine by Jeff B. Jeff B Music here on Your Music Live. Very cool. Nicely done. Yeah, I can't stop bobbing my head either. Let's take off to cyberspace together. Remember, who's old enough to remember when we used to surf the internet and we called it cyberspace? And they're like, I'm just surfing around in cyberspace. Very cool. Like you got some synth wave going on there. You got some 80s kind of pop vibes. Lots of cool things. Lots of complexity. And as Thomas says here, I like this. A lot of complexity going on in the beat and synth parts. And yeah, definitely an 80s vibe too. Very cool stuff. Very cool indeed. We're over time. But you know what? I'm going to play one more song. And this isn't even someone that submitted anything. And this is something we've played before. And the reason I'm leaving Tom up on the screen there is that we're going to play a Thomas Christ tune. We're going to close with a Thomas Christ tune. So we'll play this one and then I'll round back to say our goodbyes. But I did want to come and play this one because again, Thomas Christ, Tom Rochelle's been a great supporter of the channel here, makes some amazing music, and he's doing a live show today, which you don't want to miss out on. So let's come in here and play my favorite, yeah, you know what it is, my favorite Thomas Christ tune. This is a little ditty called Virus Infect. There you go. We had to finish with some rock vibes, and that is my favourite Thomas Christ tune. Well, you know, there's the Mask one as well. Oh, yeah, it's a tough call. That one has less F-bombs, so it's safer to play on the channel. But that is that Virus Infect from the album of the same name, which if you haven't checked out, you got to do it. And Jade has dropped the link down there, so please jump over there in a couple of hours' time. Join Thomas for some live music. And speaking of live and speaking of music, we got a big weekend coming up here on the channel. We are not done by any stretch. So tomorrow, home studio Q&A at the same time as this show. It's an hour long, and there is, if you go to there now, there's a form. So I've upgraded things. So you can actually ask your question right now and for the next 24 hours, right up to the start of the show. So if you can't be there to ask it live, we're using a Google form for the questions now, which should make things a lot easier. We've then got the Happy Hour Beatles edition. So looking forward to that. Trying to work out just 12 or 13 Beatles songs to play in an hour, a tough gig. Let me assure you. I thought most times I'm fishing around trying to find songs to play. Doing the Beatles, it's about culling out the ones that it's like, can I not play that one? Can I not play that one? So that's going to be a heck of a lot of fun. And then we've got, for the GarageBand users amongst you, we've got a really special 50th episode special edition of GarageBand Weekly with some surprise special guests. You are not going to want to miss that one. It's going to be super duper cool. So please get along to all of those. We'll also have some bonus live stuff going on for those that are following me on Patreon. So if you go to patreon.com/PeteJohns, you can follow me there and find out all of the things that go on behind the scenes. So if you want to get, and we do some longer live streams and we'll record some of the videos live there. So you get to see all the outtakes and all the Pete stuff ups and all that sort of thing. So if you've ever wanted a little more, if you're like, one video a day is simply not enough, I want more, then be like Lady Rodeline, be like the folks that support me over on Patreon. I do appreciate you there. You know what you should do? If you're into this kind of stuff, get on over to the Metalhead Hippie. I'm going to post a link down in the chat right now. So if you're here on Facebook or if you're here on YouTube, jump over and say g'day. And the hippie does this, so I'm going to do it this time around. Tell him Pete John sent you. So just go over and jump into the stream. At least go out there and hang out for a bit. The Metalhead Hippie, he does very similar stuff to what we do on this show, but he does it all the time. He does like 4-hour, 5-hour marathon epic live streams, plays a lot of music, has a lot of fun over there with his crew. So jump on over and check out the Metalhead Hippies show. He's doing his global music co-op show right now. And if you jump on in, it'll be cool. It'll be a fun surprise. I'll jump in there now too. What do they call it? A raid. You do a YouTube raid. I've never done anything like that. It's a positive thing. But yeah, go and check it out. If you've never checked out the Metalhead Hippies show before, go and do it right now, because if you dig this, if you dig Your Music Live, you're probably going to dig what the hippies got going on over there. Then, of course, circle back, watch Thomas Christ, and I will catch you tomorrow as well. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Thank you to our sponsors, DistroKid, who are keeping the lights on here in Studio Live today at Land. You guys rock. And until next time, please take care of yourself, take care of others, and keep creating. Rock on, folks.